told you there can be any progress if prayer does not go ahead of it. Listen, everything rises and falls on the wings of prayer. Prayer is the foundation and the roofing of everything. Family, start with prayer, roof it with prayer. Business, start with prayer, roof it with prayer. Brother, you want to get married? Start with prayer. It is the foundation and the roofing of everything. Everything you can think of. Some of you don't know what you are doing to yourself. This your quietness, this your mouth that is closed, that you are not speaking into your own destiny. You don't know what you are doing to yourself. You are just quiet. Let me share the rule. It's called, listen, it's called the rule of engagement. Rule of engagement. No spirit, I repeat, no spirit can interfere in the world of men without men calling it into the space. There is a law that prohibits them from entering the three-dimensional world at free cost. So for a spirit to enter the three-dimensional world, it must be by demand. It must be by request. This is the law of the altar I'm showing you. Sometimes that life of sin that Satan is drawing you into, the reason for that sin is not even about what you are doing at the moment. The reason for the sin is to legitimize the entrance of a spirit. Because your sin is equivalent to an altar. When, hi, Jesus. See, if you fornicate today, you fornicate tomorrow, you fornicate the day after tomorrow. Maybe the first day you say it's a mistake, so you cried and say, forgive me, Lord Jesus, forgive me, have mercy, have mercy. Then you fasted for 3 days. You found ventilation in your soul. You went back and fell into the sin. Then you fell again. Then you fell again. When you carry out a particular action regularly for a while, that space where that action is being carried out, and by space, I mean both the human body that accommodated it, becomes an attraction to the spirit that thing is actually advancing its course. You sleep around, fornicate, go into adultery, and you think you are hiding it. You are hiding. Nobody is seeing you. You deleted all the message, deleted the interaction. You came home, your wife did not know. So you slept on the bed like this and put your hand like this and think you are a sharp man. What you didn't know is that you have built an altar of lust for your family. That altar, that's your lifestyle. Because, hey, you know, prayer is an action. As you were carrying out that action in prayer, spiritually, you have built an altar of prayer. Now, this is how every action erects an altar for the spirit that action is gratifying. So when you fornicate, you summon the spirit of lust into your space. When principal and spiritual collisions happen, the spirit will become vocal and say, I was minding my business, I was on my own. He was the one that invited me. Have you ever heard spirits become vocal during deliverance? Where they begin to claim rights as regarding why they are there. Is because they entered legitimately. The first thing they did was to secure the right papers before they came. They refused to show up by haste. They first secure legitimate documentation. Then they showed up. So that any day, authority say, leave. What the spirit will first do is that they'll first say, this is my house. In 1993, I was minding my business. I'm trying to tell you that you can become a high place. A time will come. That fornication you used to do and hide, a time will come. You will become a high place. Now there will be an incense of fornicative atmosphere around you. Lust will ride you like a horse. In that day, even if you wear turtleneck, even if you dress with a printing skirt, even if your skirt is packing sand on the ground, when people look at you, it's an energy of lust. Every man who come around you will want to sleep with you. Because beyond the physical sign, there are spiritual energies that have been, hey, this is what Satan wants to achieve. Meanwhile, there are people alive with me and you at the moment. When they enter a place, they don't know why. They carry an aura of shame. There are people suspect them anywhere they go, and they have not done anything to deserve that kind of treatment. If something gets missing in this hall now, there are people sitting here that everybody's mind will say, make sure this one does not go out first. And most of the times, they are innocent. What the devil has succeeded to do is that he's trying to make a high place out of you. So that it is through you now men are summoned into worship. As you move like this, as you are moving, and there's a seductive air around you, it means you have become an altar calling men to come and worship on the altar of fornication. Every street you pass, you are a summon for worship. Because of you, filthy thoughts will pass through the heart of more than 1,000 young men every day. You have become an apostle of darkness. There is spiritual growth in sin too. Satan does not want you to remain in a level of sin forever. He wants to increase the dose with time. You will grow in sin until you become a high place. You will become a summon to draw many into condemnation. There are high places everywhere you go to.